So the role of sponsorship in public relations is that most practitioners are looking for a way to bring their message alive, to personalize it, to humanize it, so that it's not the one-dimensional aspect of just being a story or a press release or that sort of thing. So by aligning with the right events or programs or organizations or venues where you can somehow create an activation around what you're doing so that the people that are there are thinking about your product or your service or your message, and that they are in fact experiencing it in some fashion, will end up being a very effective way for you to be able to not only for you to communicate, but then for them to become your advocates and your influencers in the messages you want to communicate. Now, in terms of what's the role of public relations and sponsorship, sponsorships need good public relations around them because they help give a sponsorship legs. They expand it beyond the audience that is at the event or at the organization and take it out into the general marketplace. They also play a role in helping to separate your sponsor, your client, if you will, of the event from the other sponsors, because many sponsors don't use a good public relations strategy behind that, and so they end up actually shining more so than people who might be paying higher dollar amounts. And then the other one that we've used a lot that's really important is having a public relations or communications plan behind any crisis plan that an event is putting together. I've had that experience with an air show where we actually had a crash at the air show and the pilot was killed, and so we had a plan of how that all would come together, who the spokesperson would be, what would be our methods of communicating, how often would we communicate, and if we'd been thinking about that for the first time when the accident happened, we would have been in far better shape. We actually helped control the message that way.